Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the South Florida market update for the period ending June 2025. I'm shooting this video here at the very end of July 2025. Of course, I get the data a month in arrears. Every single month, I bring you what's happening in the South Florida real estate market in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. We're going to talk single-family homes, townhomes, and condos. I'm going to give you a quick update. The reality is we're actually not seeing a lot change month over month, and even the year over year has remained relatively stable. But here we go. In June, the median single-family home price point in the Tri-County market hung right in around $642,000. That is almost flat compared to May. It's actually slightly down, and it's about a 1.5% decrease from June of 2024. So we're still in this range of flat to down, starting to see a little bit of down. The average single-family home price point is down considerably, right? We're starting to see the averages start to come down. The median is staying stable. And so we're seeing values come down. I mean, that is what's happening. We're not seeing values continue to rise. We're not seeing values continue. I think we've hit our peak is really what I'm saying to you. And I've been saying this to you for the last 4, 5, 6 months here throughout 2025, which makes total sense. We're going to talk about the supply and demand of our market here. I just did a video around overall supply and demand in the United States of America. 22 major markets in the United States are seeing downward pressure on pricing. And so we're really starting to see that mostly in the Sun Belt areas like Florida, Texas, Arizona, what have you. Okay, time to contract is up slightly, about 42 days right now for a single family home, and we are up significantly more than June of 2024, about 40% more. From 30 days, we're now at 42 days. So that's a considerable increase in the amount of time it's taking to get properties under contract. Now, let me put it in perspective. That's a relatively normal time period, honestly. I've been doing this for 25 years, and in the many years that I've been a real estate agent, 40 days on the market was not a long period of time, but we did get spoiled in 21, 22, even 23 a little bit, where properties were just moving off the market so fast. 24, only 30 days, right? So we're just now getting back into a normal environment. Closed and pending sales, closed sales and pending sales, which is properties that go under contract and properties that do close, are both flat to down, both month over month and year over year. So not a lot of change there. And total listings, believe it or not, for single family homes are slightly down in June compared to May, which means that properties are starting to get absorbed. There are buyers out there in the market, but we are still up considerably, 32% more listings in the market in June of 2025 as compared to June of 2024, which is roughly around 5.5 to 6 months of inventory, which means it'd take about 5.5 or 6 months of, if no other properties came on the market, given the current level of demand, to sell everything that we currently have on the market. That leans buyer's market. And we've been talking about that for a little while. We're going to talk about the implications of that here in a minute. Let's talk townhome, condo, villa here in South Florida. Also flat. The median price point is flat. $343,000 across all 3 counties. It is literally the same as it was in May of 2024 and spot on the same as it was in June of 2024. I think I said May of 25 and June of 24. Same number. So again, we're flat. We are no longer continuing to see acceleration of appreciation, or any appreciation for that matter, which means we're really starting to hit that ceiling. And that's going to be important here as we talk. Average price is coming down. The median's flat. Average is coming down. Time to contract is up. Also, for townhomes and condos, flat month over month, but a 36% increase year over year. Was 47 days in 24. It's 64 days in June of 2025. So it's taking considerably longer now, about 36% longer. Pendings and listings are also down. Less property coming on the market, less properties going under contract. It is the summer. We do tend to see a little bit of a slowdown in June into July. August is starting to pick up now. Or we're just getting into August, going to start picking up now. We're already seeing the projections for August and September starting to pick up. And we've got 32,000 condos and townhomes and villas on the market in the Tri-County area. So just over 10,000 per county. But believe it or not, it is slightly less than what we had in May of 2025, albeit a 30% increase of what we saw in June of 2024. So here's the short story here. Demand is down. Supply is up. Pricing is flat to coming down. We are definitely, I think, hitting that peak where we are no longer going to keep appreciating, and we are going to start to see either flattening, continued flattening, or some price appreciation, right? We're starting to pull off of our highs, which, by the way, is a good thing. Unless you bought a house in the last year or two and you need to sell it now, it's not going to matter to you. What will matter is for buyers now to be able to come back into the market and have more options, more choices. In the condo and townhome available inventory, we're at nearly a year's worth of inventory, which means that if you're trying to sell a condo in this market and you don't have something special, something that's positioned right, something that's priced well by a great professional, then it's going to sit and it's going to take time. And you should expect that because that's the trend now in the market. Single family homes are not sitting as long, but in fact, it's only about 5.5, 6 months, whereas condos and townhomes is double that. But in the same regard, you're going to have to price your property in a manner that indicates that you are committed to selling your home in this market environment. And there's a lot of people that are selling their properties. We got a lot of them on the market right now. There's just less buyers. And so great agent is going to help you make sure that your property stands out. It's going to be well positioned. It's going to be priced into the marketplace so that a buyer will say, hey, I think that's a good property at that price and I want to go buy it. Now, as a buyer, if you're looking at property, you've got choices, you've got options. Get with a great agent who can help you figure that out. And I would say, look at the purchasing decision over a long enough term time horizon. I always tell people, buy real estate over a long enough term time horizon, not short term. Real estate is not meant to be, lived in short term because you can't get back your transaction costs. You can't recoup those transaction costs. And in fact, if we are in a bit of a market that starts to pull back, well, then if you need to sell your house in a year or two, you might end up, not being in the right spot. So get with a great real estate agent. I hope this has been useful for you. As always, every single month, I'll bring you the information so you are empowered to make good decisions. Talk to you again.